It turns out this 1940s color mystery photo was taken right here in Mount Carroll, and I didn't realize that until I did a little exploring.
Mount Carroll and now.
I've been researching the history of Mount Carroll through the lens of a camera for many years now, and I have hundreds and hundreds of photos that tell a visual story of our beautiful city. I'm so grateful for the many photos and postcards people have lent me or given me over the years to help me with this project. Occasionally, I receive random collections of things, photographs, papers, whatever it is. Sometimes it's hard to discern exactly where a photo's taken or whether it's even of Mount Carroll at all. But if there's any doubt and you have something that you don't want anymore, pass it my way. I would love to take a look at it. And there's a high likelihood that you have something tucked away in a shoebox somewhere, up in a closet, wherever, that could really help with the research I'm doing. Anyway, today I want to share with you how I discovered the location, approximate date, and the story behind this little photo of our hometown. So a few years ago, I got a pile of photos that were otherwise destined for destruction. And among that pile was this yellowed early color photo. And I couldn't really tell what I was seeing. And later I determined that it was probably just a picture that had nothing to do with Mount Carroll. After seeing a picture of what looked like some Russian building and a desert landscape, I determined that these photos were probably taken on some overseas foreign trip. But there were also some photos that looked like a hunting trip. I didn't think much about it because I'm more interested in pictures that clearly show recognizably portions of our town, and so I basically set the pictures aside and mostly forgot about them. But I did pull out this one photo and I decided to practice some photo restoration in Photoshop. This was before all the AI tools that you can just do that instantly. But several years ago, I was just practicing color and touch up. And so I decided to practice on this picture. And while I was working on it, I began to realize what I was seeing, where this photo was taken. And then I started thinking about the other photos that were with it. How do these photos fit together? Because they seem to be taken with the same roll of film, and yet there's kind of this mixture. They're like from two different worlds, and yet this one looks like it's from right here in Mount Carroll. And I found the answer to that when I took a trip with my family out to Wyoming this last fall to Yellowstone National Park. On our way out west, we stopped at all the typical roadside attractions. We went to Devil's Tower, Mount Rushmore. We went to Wall Drug. Anyway, we went to all the places that you would expect on a Western trip out that direction. And we skirted the Badlands, but it was after going here that the pieces started coming together. The world famous Corn Palace of Mitchell, South Dakota. Oh, you haven't heard of it? Neither had I. Honestly, I did not want to stop at a corn palace, no matter how famous it was. But I relented and we went. And it was actually really cool. Every year since 1892, the Corn Palace is redecorated with corn mosaics that celebrate America and Midwestern farming and our way of life. As I toured the palace and I saw photos of the mosaics and all these pictures of what the building looked like year after year, it dawned on me that I had seen this before, somewhere. Oh, it wasn't a Russian building at all. Those weren't photos of an Eastern European trip. It was a pheasant hunting trip that started right here. Who are they? I don't know. Perhaps you recognize somebody. But I do know that they started out at the old coal hour elevator down on Jackson Street. Based on the corn mosaic in the photo, I was able to date this photo to probably the fall of 1948, which is just a few years after Kodak started making Kodacolor photo paper and made color photos commercially available. I later learned that the 1940s were considered the golden age of pheasant hunting in South Dakota, and it looks to me like our friends from Mount Carroll had a successful trip. So there you have it. Another little tidbit of Mount Carroll history that we get to see from the record of photos left behind. This is just one of many, many photos that I have, and some that are obscure and random, and I'll be sharing those with you in the future. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, share it with your friends, click subscribe, and you'll see more content to come. And I'll see you in the next episode of Mount Carroll Then and Now.